got paid for that. Then we went to the fucking research place to drop off some questionable goods that we did not investigate. No, sir.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
We didn't get paid for that yet, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I remember now. And yeah, that was for 30,000 credits. And Monty, for some reason, is giving you guys a good amount of the share.
Yeah, Monty is... Oh my god. Yeah, the plan was he takes 22,000 and splits among the party 2,000 for us. Even though we're already on his fucking payroll, but god damn. Didn't he originally even plan on splitting the 30 grand fucking 5 ways or something?
Yeah, I think I had to talk him out of it.
Yeah. I feel like I probably should have too. I think I was encouraging him to do it because I wanted money.
Because you a greedy fuck.
I think you were trying to talk him out of it too. I think everyone was trying to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
We also kind of didn't want to lose the fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back, there's a giant fucking space boot on like one of the fucking stands.
I think you guys were heading back too. After that.
Yeah, we wrapped that up. We were waiting on a word for the 200,000 credit job. I think you mentioned in the teaser that we're supposed to go to another planet system called Hazel, a backwater private government, and find survey data.
Yeah.
What was I gonna fucking say? Alright, guys, yeah, here's the real question, alright? Was half the month a captain a mistake? Josh just made a noise that he didn't really answer.
That was my answer. I've been captain enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've been captain like 5 fucking times in different games. I know I'm good at it, but damn, somebody needs to step up the plate.
Well, okay. Well, Josh, alright, here's how it works. You are like 50% sensible, 50% fucking funny as a leader. Monty is 100% fucking funny. I'm probably 100% sensible. And that about sums it. Danny's 100% incompetent. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
He'd be good.
He'd be good. Danny turns around and shoots him right there in the skull. That wasn't an answer, Bob.
Goddamn. And Travis ain't fucking around enough to be a captain.
He goes full captain, which is too much captain.
It's too paranoid. He made like y'all sidetrack like 20 minutes thinking about something that he had no information.
Wait, Travis did that or Monty?
Travis, it was the ad for like the job or whatever. And he was like, yeah, this is totally a bad thing. Blah, blah, blah. And like none of the things he was talking about I even thought of doing.
Hey, we don't know that, Matt, alright?
It's just the fucking pure paranoia.
It was just the fact his characters was just spewing bullshit. Wasted like 20 minutes. I was like, alright.
Well, look, Matt, I just fly this ship. I don't question what the jackass says, alright? That's probably that's a bad idea. Okay.
that was the worst statement you've ever had in the Sun Realization.
That's how you get killed.
That's how you get killed. And or
That's how people die.
That's how you end up the fall guy.
Yeah, what's the saying? Ignorance doesn't make you innocent.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Some civil suit shit going on right there.
Well, the more you fucking know.
And knowing is half your battle, G.I. Joe.
Alright, so you guys, I'm ready, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So you guys make it back. Monty receives 30,000 credits. He can do what he wants to do. He returns.
And then he splits it 5 ways.
I'm gonna put that in his inventories.
We already split it.
I don't think you guys got paid yet.
I get paid when I get
Unless
paid.
you remember getting paid specifically. I don't remember.
Because we got signed off for payment, we handed our shit over, I think. What the fuck is that? Fucking stupid line is.
Yeah, I don't think you guys got paid. Yes, I don't think you guys got paid. So I'm gonna put 30 in his.
Wait, we did land on Kothea because I have the flight check for that. But beyond that, I get nothing.
Space Marines.
I think he's trying to buy something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you guys would have been called. I guess I would.
You guys can start without me 2 hours from the scheduled time.
So Joe Hoover calls you guys back into his office. And I guess he would be talking to the captain of the ship mostly, but since he's not here, everyone, I guess, gets to join the conversation. You should choose to. Says he really helped me out, helped the colony out. That task that you completed. Says you returned everything back to back at the office. So the uniform, like that.
Indeed.
That's what we did.
Says I had something big planned for you. He says, word came down from the top, and I'm able to disclose this information to someone I feel I can trust. Can I trust you?
I suppose you can.
He looks at looks at the group. He says, so the reason we have this colony here is, you know, different reasons. Some say it's for progress of science, finding a new home for the human race, where we can create our own dreams, futures, that bullshit. But the real reason is credits. It says, and it happens that there is a new prospect of credits that's going to be heading our way. It says, have you ever heard of the planet Hazel? Since it's in the system, half a week's journey away.
I'm unfamiliar with Hazel.
Hazel's a backwater planet. If you were to, you'd find very minor information on it. It doesn't really get a lot of trade, so not a lot of information gets passed to it or about it to us. Hazel says Hazel at one point was operating industrial center for many systems, and enjoyed a rapid early. But Hazel was not regulated very well and wasn't governed very well, to declining and eventually becoming a backwater planet that some people eventually move to if they want to get away, or if they want to go on some sort of spiritual journey, find themselves, that kind of vacation. Like I said, the world is not really on the way to anywhere. It does not receive much passing trade. But for a time, it did enjoy a slight popularity as a tourist destination. It says Hazel's atmosphere is listed as being tainted, but the taint actually takes the form of a local bacteria, which cannot survive for a long way away from their parent world's exosphere. Although this bacteria can cause a range of unpleasant respiratory infections, a simple vaccination is available, which renders you immune for a period of 6 weeks. Thus, Hazel is safe to visit for anyone who has taken the correct medication or build up an immunity over the years. See, why do you want me to journey? Since probably about 20 years ago, there was a survey, a mineral survey conducted. The reports came back unsatisfactory, but we have reasons to believe that these reports were falsified, so that later, if needed, if there was a need for emergency resources, control the planet at the time, either the local government now, or possibly the Dominion or the Dutch Reichland, would it be able to tap into that emergency resource and get its benefits. But we need evidence. We need to find the accurate surveys to pass to the board to ensure we set the right course of action to obtaining these minerals as legally as possible. Any questions, sir?
No. Where would we even begin to look for survey data?
Yeah. Good question. So, one of these surveys was apparently on a steamer when things not really sure on the specific details, went haywire. Something happened. The steamer wrecked, and along with it, the survey data. We believe that the steamer is located on Lake Okayama.
It's located on or under?
It could be either under, on the beach, maybe nestled in some rocks. We're not really too sure. We haven't had any boots on. That's where you're gonna come. This is just hearsay. Certain informants, populace, none that can be 100% accounted for or reliable.
Okay. So,
the steamer's a ship.
Correct. Yes, it is a seafaring ship. A little outdated, but then again, Hazel hasn't really kept up with the times. They have some post interstellar technology, but a lot of it is backtracked and can be seen as what's it, post industrialization. So hold on. So like modern-ish, to the point. I guess if you're talking about, no, that wouldn't be modern. Here, hold on, let me double check. I don't know what this was. The certain. So it brings the development of fusion. So a pre-stellar society can reach orbit reliably and has telecommunication satellites. Computers become common at the time of writing. Humanity is currently somewhere between Tech Level 7 and Tech Level 8. So I guess, yeah, modern. Like what would we be today? So that'd be Tech Level 7. The planet that you're on right now, I think, is 12. So that'd be pre-stellar. You guys are currently in the average stellar.
Okay.
But yes, to answer your question, it would be on a ship. It's just finding the exact location on Lake Yokohama. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Is 1 8 or 10. Well, of course, find the survey information if it exists, and if it's intact, of course. Find the survey. And you'd be going as free connection spacer's choice. This is a precaution just in case if something was to get out of hand and to affect any political relationships between ourselves. The survey information is true. We need to be on their good side so we can wiggle in there and suck them out dry for all the capital dry for all the
Business. Yeah.
But for you guys out of character, or do you guys kind of know what kind of?
Is there a name for the ship?
Let's see. Ugh, I don't like any of these fucking. So the first one's Lifesaver, Kathy, Eastern Princess, Pearl, Second Soulmate, The Spirit, Huff and Puff. That's the Huff and Puff. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet.
Alright, what about any more clarification question? Yes.
So the missing survey team, are they part of an organization stationed on the planet?
They're a older organization that faded away after several failures. After several failures. After several failures. But I'm not here, but at the starport they should do medicine.
All right. And how much are we getting paid?
200,000 credits. With the successful bringing back survey information, additional 10,000 credits if you can find any of the original surveyman team's equipment that might have any value information to us.
Is that like per piece of equipment, or is that just if we find any, we get a bonus?
If you find anything, you get a bonus. Anything of value that is deemed valuable by the board. As my your performance will not be evaluated by me. It will be evaluated by people above me, and they are not as easily satisfied as I am. But 200,000 credits. It's a hell of.
It would be a hard one to turn down.
Sorry, was that Josh? You could have.
Cut out.
Would be a hard one to turn down.
But like I said, no one finds out that you are working for us. Most likely need some sort of cover. Shit, the fuck? Extra. Some sort of cover. What the fuck? Roll 20's like freaking the fuck out. There we go. Cool. Some sort of cover. Either we can. Well, no, that would make sense. But that will be up for you to decide and implement into your plan on entering the planet.
All right. And beyond keeping our Spacer's choice involved to a secret, do we want to keep the objective hidden as well? Or is it okay if the locals understand that we are looking for the survey data?
It may summons this it may is of great value, as I am not entirely sure if the local government knows of these survey plans. In our best interest as a company to ensure that we're so the time comes we can put all of our cards on the table. You may possibly go along the lines as someone who is looking to find your lake explorers, wreck explorers, I don't know, think of anything. But yes, I feel like the objective as secret as would be.
Salvagers would be a good cover.
Yes, exactly. He says, the government isn't what you would call oppressive. It is ran by a parliament system, but has had issues with rebels for many decades. So there is always the suspicion of, enemy spies, that sort of.
A bit of the espionage.
Yep. But you may learn more about that than we currently know when you get boots on the ground.
Something to definitely be cautious about.
Alright, I have no further questions. What about you guys?
Oh, it's also about 10 million people on the planet, and Hazel's spread out in small cities with little info connecting them. Rivers and lakes are generally used for movement. Let's see. Anything else I can think of? I don't think so. Oh, and he says they have a pretty high law rate due to, the whole rebellion going on. So individual firearms will most likely, and armor will not be permitted by civilians, especially those that are not native to the planet.
How do they feel about self-defense weapons?
It's all the same in their eyes. But so basically it's saying like all types of weapons basically considered illegal. But he says, I do have a particular contact that could give you some low tech level firearms that you might be able to conceal on planet or pick up on planet. But it is up to you on how you go about it. Like if you want him to do it. So he says he could supply you with a bolt action or semi-automatic rifles. Things like that. Because they have a tech level of 5 when it comes to firearms.
Gotcha.
Probably
Here's a fucking. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd probably stick with a bolt action.
Very good. He'll look at the other two.
Semi-automatic rifle wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'll take one of those too.
Alright. Says I will put in the request. You shall be contacted once you reach the planet safely.
So exciting.
Alright, any other questions?
I'm good.
I am more than ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry, it wasn't. So it wasn't 20 years. It was 7 years ago.
Gotcha. All right.
So, how do you? I guess it's up to you guys now. Wish to depart? Get there? All that stuff.
But considering we're not getting any younger, I would imagine preparations would be post-haste. Unless there is any objections.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
Then let us make way. Bring our comatose captain and compatriot. Welcome up to the servitor.
And Mani says some Mani shit. Travis says some Mani. Or Travis
Travis
shit.
says somebody shit as well.
God damn.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the two.
Jesus.
They're both so full of shit all the time.
Okay, Josh. Do you not like them? Like, do you want to talk about it?
Can an AoE be a single target?
Just kidding. I don't have any hate. Just love. Love.
You felt a little silent there, friend. What's wrong? Does that hurt your soul?
Can an AoE spell count as single target? Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't know what the matter, man. It's all a good time. It's just a real good time.
Alright. So, what do you. This is up to balls in your all's court now.
I mean, preparation-wise, I think we're good.
Unless there are any other supplies that we need to collect.
The only thing I'm thinking of is we can have some smuggleable weapons on us, but I don't think we have the money or facilities in the area to get those.
Unfortunately, it would not seem to be the situation.
I wonder if we can get a permit maybe from the government to have weapons and armor on us. That might take too much time. Did you
That
mention
would
anything about a
probably-
deadline for the mission?
As soon as possible.
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't sound like a deadline, though.
It really doesn't. But
Sounds like a suggestion.
Yeah. Let's go with this. A update at the end of the week. Once you get there. Which I guess would be like 2 weeks, since it takes a week to send. Well, no, since we're not in the. It's the same system. So yeah, update at the end of the week. And if they, that's I guess that's when they would start pushing for you to complete it faster, slower, whatever. Give you more time, shit like that.
gotcha.
Alright, well I guess if you guys are leaving, make me that
Yep.
air pilot check due to this crazy
I can't wait to kill
rain.
us all.
rainstorm going on.
Oh boy.
And also the conditions of the actual spaceport. And you're able to lift off and take flight, no problem. Leaving good old
Kothea.
Kothea, aka Ninus, the space colony in general, behind you.
Woo.
Later, bitches.
Why?
Is there anything you guys do for that week and a half journey?
Keep up my training in electronics, I think.
Well, it's week and a half. It has to be a full week to train. Can't like
I mean-
break it up.
We got 1 week at least, right?
Week and a half. Or I mean, sorry, half a week.
Oh, half a week, yeah.
Oh, half a week.
I would be getting my gear prepared and reloading all my cartridges.
Yeah, probably. Messing with gear.
I don't think
Same.
there's any NPCs on board.
Yeah, man, we need a crew, just saying.
We do.
Not really.
You are the crew.
I inject the captain with oxygen.
Jesus Christ.
I am no proprietor of this shit.
Commence the blackjack and see hookers.
Our first stop, space cocaine from the space cartel.
I think this leaves you at like 2 weeks of fuel for your power, or for your generators.
Ah, shit.
Just keep that in mind.
Well, we're gonna fucking die.
I have no idea what you mean.
Sorry. Fuge power plant. There you go. 2 weeks left.
Fusion! Ah!
But yeah, I guess you guys would eventually make it to the planet of Hazel. And
Okay,
you
guys, hear me out here. Right?
Yeah.
The planet's pretty backwater. Would they have the capabilities to detect some stuff we hide around and shit? You know?
If they have anything of the basic metal detectors, then yes.
You know, I think I know what I should acquire later, but... Yeah. No,
Blackjack and hookers.
no, unfortunately.
I mean, that goes without saying.
I saw enough blackjack in the Navy.
Never
No,
enough hookers.
No hookers, though.
There's never enough.
Always hookers.
I mean, I'm just thinking though, like, I don't know what kind of place this is, but if it's a backwater, like, what are the chances that they're gonna have metal detectors like everywhere? You know?
We probably have to go through customs at the spaceport. Or at least some official place to get us registered.
That's at least the only thing I was thinking about.
Yeah, true.
I want to take the air raft out. That might make reaching the lake faster. And vantage point for looking for a raft. And there is trunk space in it, but... Again, I don't think we can fully count on them having shitty sensors. And do we really expect conflict?
It's always good to expect conflict.
Oh yeah.
True, and this is some fancy pants fucking survey data. What we could do, right, is stash armor plating for the clothing in the car, maybe. We can just call it spare fucking scrap, right? Repairs and shit.
It would likely be
Then-
believable.
Then we're out in the middle of nowhere. We can put the plating on and shit in case we expect trouble, which probably will occur knowing our track record.
Very likely.
Oh yeah. It's a good plan.
I don't
I'm
think
down
we'll be
for
able to bullshit our way around weapons, but I can look for certain licenses by the government if we have time. We might be able to acquire like hunting licenses or some shit, because we gotta find ourselves spiritually by killing animals here. Let's get a sniper rifle or two, go bolt actions, better than nothing.
Yes, I would recommend that we stick with who we are trying to find on the bolt actions and be on the side of salvaging or the hunting parties.
But yeah, is that a go though for putting armor plating in the trunk?
As long as we dishevel it and make it not look organized as best as we can.
Yeah,
and
as long
throw
as it's not too obvious.
Throw the toolbox in there too.
I have quite a few kits too. I'll grab my welders and a few others.
Oh, so you never know, we might need a mechanic kit.
Grab the electronics kit, the mechanics kit, all that. Sad.
Alright, now I gotta fucking look up the air. Alright, this baby can stash 0.25 tons, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Sir, that's a rock.
God damn. Did I fucking change my token back to normal? Oh, thank God. Yeah, but yeah, for now I guess we just land on the planet, spaceport, go through customs and shit, and just get the lay of the land.
Check out the space.
What? I mean, inquire about getting licenses and certificates and shit for using weapons and armor.
Okay, you pull up to the planet. You get hailed via comms. It says this is Starport. This is the Starport in the town of Graco. It says please identify your ship and
I think you cut out there.
it says please identify your ship and your intent. It's basically the spaceport hailing you. Which you notice there's no spaceport orbiting the planet, so it must be on the planet.
I suppose we provide the required information on the ship.
Oh, what do you say? Because remember, you guys are
Well, I'm about to get on that. Don't worry. Okay, guys, really. Almost derailed the train of thought.
The silent judging from the corner.
The captain of this vessel was interested in finding himself spiritually on the planet through taking in the scenery and observing the wildlife. And that's about it, actually. And I should roll deception.
Snap a photo and send him a picture of a filthy xeno.
sure, yeah.
Where the fuck is deception on this list? It's alphabetical, I'm stupid. Oh shit!
Says very well. He says if needed I can send I can have customs use like that organization, or not organization, that part of like I guess you could say like an airport where they have like information about like
Oh, the touristy
like-
spot shit.
information center.
Yep.
Says I could have the information center send you a couple of brochures and ads for different activities and places you can stay on Hazel.
That sounds lovely.
Says do keep in mind that Hazel is technically classified as a war zone, so please stay clear. Of north of New York, Yokohama. More information will be dispatched to you once you land, but it will be a $600 docking fee, $300 per day.
Like, adding that to my notes. Very well, thank you. I imagine we're taking that out of Monty's funds because we're awful like that.
You're damn right. It's captain ship.
Yeah, it's his responsibility.
Alright, I'll take that.
We are great friends.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
He is the one going to get paid the most for this 200K. By all rights, he should get literally all of the money from this job.
If he does not accept all of it, I will create a AI. I will create a NPC mute, and
Called the banker.
take the ship with him. Alright, so he has still a good amount left. So. Okay, that's been subtracted. Once the transaction has been
What's a dollar and how does it stack up to credits? I'm sorry, that was bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ho 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 ho.
So the transaction's been completed, and they give you the okay to land.
Alright.
Do I have to roll for this?
No.
Oh, thank God.
So you, they give you the coordinates for the port, and as you guys are coming down, some information pops up, you know, this, check this place out, check out this restaurant, go to this hunting lodge, go to this blah blah blah, whatever.
I feel like a certain someone in the group, Pennyjack, might be writing some shit down as this information comes in. Mr. I like to dine on local cuisine
Of course.
of the
I will.
plans we.
I'm gonna go to the house. Fuck you, I'm old. I like to go eat at nice eateries.
You get a fucking itinerary too, Boomer.
I'm old and you're calling me a boomer millennial.
Alright, sorry, sidetrack, carry on.
Alright, so
Yo, Zennial.
you find out that this planet is somewhat of a tundra planet with
Bet you date the Xenos too, you 55.
with sections of actual like grassland and some like trees stuff. But you also find out a lot of these smaller cities, well, most of the cities themselves are at least. So you find out the starport is this like, oh, check out Lake Yokohama for, you know, water recreation, tourist attractions type shit. You find out that it's at least 1, 2, 30 miles from the starport / Startown. And a lot of these smaller cities, versus a lot of this population is like little villages, little towns spread all over the place. Just kind of surround this like giant lake, which is on the brochure. It says 1, 2, at least 100 miles long.
Fuck.
That's beautiful.
3, and about, depending, its smallest width is 20 miles, or 10, its smallest width is 10 miles, then it goes to like 20. Its largest width across is 40 miles. This is a pretty big lake.
Holy shit.
If we have time before we leave, I would definitely recommend fishing. They must have some monstrous fish here.
You should make a note of that. So business first.
Of course.
So you're able to dock without a problem, but you notice as a pilot that a lot of their equipment for docking is outdated. There's not as many like safety precautions / devices to prevent, like, someone going out of control and crashing.
Yeah.
It's just very bare bones, and even as you're flying over the Star Town, you can see the town. It's very like small. It looks very bland. It's nothing crazy. Like the tallest building you probably saw was like a 3-story building.
Damn.
There's no like skyscrapers. You see like a little industrialization part of the city as you were off to the east as you were flying over. But yeah, it's very bare bones. But you will eventually land. And you are requested to stay in your ship until members of the starport can transfer or can bring the medication to you so you can walk about.
And I guess in the meantime, we hide our weapons in the secret compartment of the ship.
But of course.
I mean,
Gonna
And
get in my
waiting.
city gear and have, like, at most my taser left over, but, leave that in the bunker space, and that's about it.
Yeah, so you guys arrive here early morning. It takes about an hour for them to finally come and drop off the medicine. Well, they'll drop it off. They'll come in. Or they'll kind of like knock on your, or they'll request permission to go into your airlock.
you shall grant them the permission once our questionable shit is safe and secure.
Yeah.
They go through the decontamination process. Well, I don't know if your airlock has a decontamination. Either way, they come in and they say they have like a large needle. Insert this into your left arm. He says, wait on the ship for about another hour, then it'll to venture off. And sure, you come back, or if you stay on this planet more than 3 weeks, sure you go to the medical center and receive another dose before your 3 weeks is up, because the bacteria can, once it senses there is no more medication in your body, it will try to attack your lungs as fast as possible. He says we have had cases where people have died within days of once not getting their medication at the right time.
Unfortunate.
That's rough.
Yes. says, "I do not necessarily want to see you coughing up blood, throwing up, or coughing up a lung, and eventually dying a horrible and painful death." So, they give you the shots, and they leave. 30 minutes pass on.
Alright, guys, what are the odds we just got infected with something more dangerous? Or like a mind control serum or something? Huh?
You clearly do not know when we are actually using those serums, do you?
I mean, I feel like that's the point, right?
It would be a
I'm
much
trying to
more
survive.
regulation. Yeah, they bring you into a larger group, of course. Make sure they don't miss anyone.
Hey, Halo, is he fucking with me right now? Or do you guys actually... You know what? I can imagine Domain does some injection shit. But explain how...
Oh, injections, undoubtedly.
That explains why the propaganda is so,
Effective?
I mean, I do have vague
Perfect.
memories from my childhood of being in a large room with several other people. A lot of strobe lights going on. I don't know. It's very vague.
Not many people.
Woke up in the barracks the next day. First day. It was real fun.
Oh, you're better than most. Some usually have to sit down in a hospital bed for a week.
you know, I just fucking enlisted and that was it.
Man, that's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I guess you did not go for some of the specialties that were required.
Look, I just wanted to be a pilot. I signed up to be a pilot. I became a pilot. There weren't any injections involved, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, it happens when you're in the Scouts. Have to travel to strange places. Make sure you're not bringing home diseases.
Like that shit, yeah, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, if you just get to stay on the nice clean ship all the fucking time.
Look, I was part of a fighter wing, all right.
Yeah,
In the
you
super
stay on your nice
small-
fucking clean fighters.
No, in the super small piece of shit one-seater, right? Go up
Yeah.
against big scary shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what the mortality rate is in the fighter wing?
Usually around 80%.
We were hitting about 60, but you get the idea.
Ah,
Hey, tell me that. You ever had dysentery for 6 weeks?
No.
Yeah, of course not. Them ships is clean.
Or
Your ships are clean. Your water's clean. Get over it.
face is clean.
oh, excuse me for having basic necessities in my military career.
Pussy. You don't need those.
You ever wipe
Luxuries.
some other creature's scalp? It's an interesting hair texture.
Damn this conversation. Oh, dude, I need a fucking. Okay.
You have to get creative when you're in the field.
Well, we have time before the vaccine kicks in and all that. Do you want to share any stories, Penny Jack?
Well, I would have to say some of my more interesting times, aside from when I first started out, the jitters kind of get to you. I did lose one of my patients. I felt very bad about that early on. After that, I started having very successful careers in the medical field, studying even more diligently, making sure that I did not lose a single person. Though a lot of my missions were upon rescue or evacuation of other sleeper agents or people who are undermining insurgencies that were trying to subterfuge many of our government systems.
Interesting.
Though I can honestly say that one failure does still haunt me. Even if it was at the beginning of my career, I feel like I could have done much better then. But nonetheless, becoming the first head marshal of the scouts, and basically pertaining to command over an entire ship has definitely left quite a few interesting stories. Some flirtatious love interests, but I won't blind you with the details on some of those matters.
I'm gonna guess propaganda was involved heavily in those dalliances, right?
Well, when we are getting rid of the insurgencies, of course.
Very well.
I call it aggressive patriotism.
Agreed. Besides, aside from our captain, there's a lot of Xenos who are very disagreeable, and, well, you've seen what most of them do. They just kill everything for nothing, and it's just so foolish. Instead of just letting people slowly merge together under one banner, being able to serve one great united nations and all. I mean, we progress so much faster instead of having to kill each other all the time, but instead they insist on being purged.
Yeah, those damn Xenos.
Looks at Captain. But then again, I've gotten far too old to continue fighting that, so I can definitely say my eyes are still trustworthy, though my hand-to-hand combat was never really up to snuff. But especially in my older years, I am more steady with a surgical knife than I am a combat knife. Strange enough, just having a patient on my table, very calm. Combat situation, little nerve-wracking. Always curious if they have suckers or tendrils or dew claws or extra, bits and pieces. Varga with their snarling teeth and canines, always infected. They never brush enough.
I never brush at all.
Always bacteria building up on their canines because their mouths just don't fully close. They have those flapping gums.
Yeah.
Easier for tooth decay.
How much is our captain paying you, Jack, for your expertise?
Well, I requested an extra 1,000 for my expertise on the piloting and maintenance of the J drive and such, so a good 2,000.
2,000, okay. I'm gonna look at Hale right quick. And back to Benny Jack.
Of course, then again, I do have a very nice retirement, and I'm mostly here just to traverse around instead of dying in some old folks' home like some other old fogey forgotten.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yes, they're so boring. All they do is play checkers and chess all day. Not exhilarating at all, and especially after you go to so many restaurants in your area, it just becomes petty. Need to go out and see what other planets have to offer.
Interesting.
30 minutes are up.
Man, I'm sorry.
Fucking the power of Penny Jack ad-libbing from another DM. Not hard at all. You can tell I've practiced that kind of shit way too much.
Alright, so what's your guys' plan? Still have to go through customs and all that.
We should probably go on foot first, get some tourist information, as in maps of the area, stuff like that. We should probably plan out a route to get to the lake and go from there.
I would still inquire at customs if stunners, like self-defense stunners, are illegal. Obviously, leaving it on the ship, but asking if that would be permissible to be brought along.
It would be illegal. The tech level.
Too high.
Yeah, it's too high.
Fair enough. But at least I inquired about it, so.
And to confirm, all weapons are illegal, right? Even if they're below the tech level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want
There's more of like stunner. I was considering because it's non-lethal, but it's still.
yeah, it's still
higher.
some advanced shit, yeah.
So you guys. Shit. So to enter the actual. So you have like where the hangar would be. Right here. And you have to go down like some corridors. There's other light corridors that connect from other hangars. And eventually all lead to like a large security. Oops. Just gonna fucking delete this shit.
It's not your choice. It's the spacer's choice. I don't even know how it goes. All this fucking stuck in my head.
Through a large security area. Basically, you know, go through. You see like metal detectors, like dogs, sniffers, stuff like that, and they like pat you down, and you'd have to go through that to get to the rest of the spaceport, and eventually to the town. And then you have to go through that every time. You know, you go from here to the ship, and to the ship, back to the spaceport.
I will ask about like using an air raft, what the process for that is.
Any air vehicles, grab vehicle, decline since they don't have any way to enforce.
Yeah, I can see
Like,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have anything of that caliber, so they can't be like, oh yeah, here, go take it and do whatever the fuck you want, since we can't do anything about you, unless we get like a fucking airplane and shoot you down.
All right. I fucking saw that make the rounds. Good shit.
Yeah, so they'll like, you know, respectfully say that air rafts, air vehicles are not permitted by anyone but the government. If, you know, they don't have air rafts, so just air vehicles.
All right, thank you for the information.
It looks like we'll have to take a rental.
Oh no, I don't like this.
What, you do not like driving on the ground? Or are you just used to being stuck in the sky?
The sky, and by extension, space itself, has more advantages, more freedom.
It does, but you never really get to have a more personal touch with what you're looking at until you're here on the ground.
I disagree with that, but either way, we can work around this.
Oh, easily.
I say substitute, just basically what they would consider
Like a chicken on that planet, yeah.
Yeah, like nutrition wise, I guess. I don't have the imagination to make up.
Yeah, on this planet we
Right,
have four-legged, fucking 2 feet tall poultry animal or poultry
Poultry
fowls.
Poultry owl.
Wait, what?
We have 6-legged chickens here. Makes the drumsticks better.
I mean, there would be more per animal.
Take home
Sure, we might
these.
be onto something.
Make those
Quick,
12
let's
packs
just-
faster filled.
Let's genetically modify a chicken to have 6 fucking legs. Let's go.
Jesus Christ, it'd be like watching
Delicious.
a caterpillar walk. So,
Some fucking 6-legged chicken hatched from a normal chicken egg. The 2-legged parent. Jeez.
corn dog.
God damn. Genetics is fucking crazy. No whammy.
I feel like that's a dessert shop.
Can be whatever you want it to be.
It's like eclairs and donuts and stuff. He's a little
God. And we're able to easily acquire like a map of the area
Oh yeah, totally.
and some source information on.
Penny Jack's got the map
Okay.
out and he's already like marked down on the map where these things are.
Yeah,
Jack?
you, can,
Oh!
you can easily like download. You know, you probably like one of the brochures probably accent to your ship of like
Yeah.
the main landmarks of like this region of like the starport and then like the lake and you probably could you guys have any like data kind of like
Data pads and stuff.
yeah
Best I got is the mobile comm TL6.
yeah
Jesus.
that's like a cell phone
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
it can't handle it.
So whoever has something like that would be able to look up like a map
It pulls out
computer
TL10 Mobicom.
has a computer, or you can just look at like the maps that they have the starport. So you notice that I don't want to post the actual map because it has some. It's just
Spoiler shit, no
yeah,
problem.
spoiler shit, I guess you could say. So you have the starport, which is to the south west of the lake. About, what did I say, 30 miles. 30 miles away from like the nearest bank, I guess. You have that's to the north, I guess, northeast. Well, I guess that's 4. It'd be 40 miles, since using the roads.
So like
Unless you wanted to trek 30 miles into the wilderness, to get there faster, or not faster, but shave off that 10 miles.
so it'd be something like that, right? Where that's the 40 miles.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And
And
we're
then
the X.
if you were to go this way, off the main road, it'd be 30 miles. But it'd obviously take a lot longer because you're going into the wilderness.
That looks awful. Yeah, I get the idea. All
Off to the east, 40 miles, there's a small, just kind of like pass through town. 40 miles right where the lake, I guess it would be like adjacent to the lake, would be Kokata or Kokta, which is a bigger of the smaller cities that had kind of like a small harbor, I guess you could say, ships. And then if you went around there, let me just
Oh, let's look at this shit now.
so you have, here's you guys. Over here would be like the small pass through town, kind of out of the way. Over here would be cooked. And then then the lake kind of goes up north like this, comes back down. This is a very rough sketch. There's just no way I could post this picture without it ruining
No problem.
stuff.
I feel like we're gonna be in
and
for
then
a fucking treat.
It goes around like this. There's another small town. Pass through town. Then you go up here. And it actually kind of goes in a little bit like this. So this is like a still land. And that's another bigger town called New Yakoma. And then all over the place you got smaller little villages or towns, like pass through towns, just kind of off in the distance. And then north of New Yokohama would be where they say to kind of stay away from, because that's where a lot of the rebels like to hang about. But all of the cities and towns I described are under government control. And yeah, when you see people walking around like the government officials, like you see them with like really old style, like I don't even think you would see them with any sort of like armor. Like you don't see them with what is it, like bulletproof vests or anything like that. It's mostly just kind of like police fatigues, and if you see any military members, because you'd see some at the spaceport, it's just army fatigues, kind of like tannish army fatigues that kind of fit in somewhat with the environment. So you guys have seen like soldiers from like pictures of uniforms of like army soldiers in World War II, how it's like just straight up green. I think.
Yeah, sure.
Just green fatigues. It's like that, but tan. Kind of like a tundra dirt color. They don't have any armor on. They're just holding bolt actions, revolvers as like for pistols. And you even saw one with like an old style, kind of like machine gun, like World War I kind of style machine gun. And that's how they are. Very basic vehicles driving around as well. And the town you're currently in is Graka.
these guys seem like a bunch of Luddites to anyone else.
Okay.
Graco.
I think it's a bit quaint.
Yeah, it's probably like almost, considering that you guys are probably used to living in like tech level 12 and higher, it's probably definitely possibly a culture shock, but definitely not the norm from what you're used to.
Well then. Well, aside from stopping off and having something to bite, I suppose we should start finding our way to our friend, and also to where our captain can get in touch with his roots.
So you guys, what did you guys bring with you out of the spaceport?
Definitely no weapons or armor.
Okay.
Right? Like,
Just,
although we had it smuggle in.
just my basic cloth shit.
Yep.
Probably would have had, well, we have our comm gear, I think we need 2.
Like cloth, as in like cloth armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would definitely be able to detect that by just.
Like with the
Like-
plates in and shit, or no
Yeah.
plates?
Oh, just like without the plates.
Yeah, without the plates. Just
Okay.
basic. Basically,
Yeah, I would
looks like regular traveler gear.
I'd have my breather mask and binoculars on me. That'd probably be the only thing of note.
Mm. I feel like they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't allow the cloth. I mean, it only takes an investigation of like a 6, and you could probably tell that you can.
Yeah, you can
what is it
tap
called?
their fucking
Modify it.
leg.
You can modify it and change it, so you probably have to go in just like normal clothing, not
Yeah.
like cloth.
Wearing my classic fatigues, matching the people.
So what does everyone's normal clothing look like, if that's what you choose to go with?
Quite literally, probably like most of the townsfolk here with the fucking military fatigues, because I don't have much civilian clothes.
Just know, basic Dominion fatigue is bright red.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
With, the Dominion sign on it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably
But-
have. Go ahead.
What about you, Danny? Are you gonna risk it, or just gonna go in?
No, I'm just gonna go in civilian type gear.
Okay.
It's like cargo pants, jacket, tons of pockets, fucking absolutely everywhere.
Alright.
Utilitarian is the word.
What about you, Ian?
Basic ass jumpsuit.
Okay.
Nice olive color.
Alright, in that case, you get past. Probably won't. I know you have to go through customs, they ask you a couple questions. And you guys go with the whole, what, your boss is taking a spiritual journey or something?
Boss is
Pretty.
taking a spiritual journey, and I'm taking a food trip.
So, like, company vacation kind of thing.
Yeah,
Is that what we're getting with the cover?
pretty much. Company vacation.
Less of an official company vacation, more captain's on vacation, he has his goons with him, and they get a vacation by extension. You know?
Yeah, that's what I meant by company. Not affiliated to any other outsource group.
Accompanying asset control.
So yeah, what's your guys' next step? You guys make it outside of the Starport. You make it to the town. I mean, it's not like backwater. You're like walking on dirt roads and shit. Like they have paved roads, sidewalks, streetlights, and stuff like that. You can tell that a lot of the older buildings that were put up first are made of like kind of like a brick material. Some of the newer buildings look like they've traded, like some sort of material was either traded here that looks more like fortified or more steady, I guess you could say. More to what you're used to seeing stellar society. You know, they have like regular traffic flow. It's just like a very condensed, small town. And you notice it's kind of hot outside, so you see a lot of people wearing like looser clothing, nothing too heavy. But yeah.
Well, shall we see if we can procure a rental?
Yeah, it might be our first thing. Figure out where we can rent vehicles, how much they cost, and what our options.
Okay, so you actually see a you know, one of those twirly boy signs. They stand out on the corner, twirl the signs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You see one of those.
It's a sign dancer. No.
He's on like the corner, kind of like at the edge of the street, and you see him kind of like twirling like a little sign, and it says like rent a car. He's in like a car, like inflatable costume, with, like a smile.
I resist the urge to body check this man. Yeah. Let's go check out these lot.
Sure. Any objections, Sam?
No.
If they have a catchy model, we'd be upset again.
Depends on how annoying it is. But probably.
Jack, I gotta ask, this rental place, is that our first?
Is there a what?
Is it our first choice going to this rental place?
It's the Space House choice. I could not resist.
Honestly, not that bad.
It is a catchy jingle. It does kind of get stuck in your brain.
And it's been said to death, but
We should definitely solicit the person who invented that for the propaganda department.
and now it's slightly less fun, but okay.
Alright, so you guys head towards the
Hell yeah.
rental.
Does the place have a name?
Price. Boom. Basic.
Shaggin' wagon.
Floppy
Jag-
jalopies?
Shaggy's Enterprise.
Oh, dude, is the Scooby-Doo mystery van out front?
It is, but you see a group of young hippies entering it and driving off.
feel like Hale would hate hippies. I don't know.
But it's not a big lot. There's probably at least 10 vehicles on the lot itself. Ranging from like 4 doors to like 2 trucks, 2 small pickup trucks.
What are we feeling? The pickup trucks? Maybe 4 doors? I feel
Probably
like
want
the
a 4-door. Yeah.
Pickup truck could fit 3 people on the front, and then probably a couple of people in the back.
Agreed. We have no idea how much weather they get here. It might rain a lot, especially near the lake.
Yeah, 4-door also seems more inconspicuous. As opposed to seeing a couple jackasses in the back of a pickup, including an Aslan.
Right.
Speaking of, do we see any Xenos walking around, just mainly humans?
It's mainly humans.
Okay.
Definite eyebrow raise at the Dominion soldier with an Aslan.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're should probably mention this, but you're definitely getting like people kind of like looking at you kind of strangely as you walk by them.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Just,
ain't as
as you
bad.
could probably guess, not a lot of people in the Dominion like the Dominion. A lot of people outside the Dominion definitely don't like the Dominion either.
Perfect.
But a salesperson will come up to you.
Out of curiosity, come to the fucking Dominion man or anyone else in the group?
He just comes up to the party.
Okay.
Says, name's Foreman. You guys coming to town?
Yes, we're thinking about taking a vehicle up to the lake.
Yeah, most people do. Still get a good amount of tourism in Kokata, and if people are willing to take a trip, some people go up to New Yokohama as well. If you go a little bit east, that's when you can find a lot of good hiking trails off of New Yokohama's county line. This is, I'm sure you read all that in the brochure, and I'm not here to sell you hiking to rent your car. This is what you got? What? 4? How many people are there actually here? 1, 2.
Yeah, 4. Or 5, actually.
5 for the total party, 3 currently here. A lot, I imagine. Unless Sugat came with us. And he's probably doing his own thing.
This is what you got. 3 people. Pickup truck could do you nicely. Does better off off road, which really shouldn't be a problem if you're just using the main road, but I guess you could say the roads from city to city, town to town aren't as nice as these paved ones. You gotta get a little rocky.
Probably would be better to take one of the pickup trucks then, because the captain does want to get in touch with his nature.
Well, keep in mind it only fits 3 in the front, probably 3 people in the back, maybe a decent amount of hiking, fishing supplies, maybe even like a kayak. If you strap it on the right way.
Of course.
So you said pickup. Well, looks like I got 2 pickups, one in a nice blue and one in a gray, both running about 70 a day.
seems like a reasonable rate.
Okay. Which color?
I think I'm inclined towards the gray. What about you guys?
I agree, the greys. Definitely a lot more relaxed. It won't conflict with the captain's wish to attune with nature.
Well, great it is. I'll whoever's gonna be putting the first $70 down could come with me, sign some paperwork. I'll hand you the keys. Oh, and ensure that full tank of gas before you turn it into your either here or another Shaggy Enterprise located in New Yokohama or Kokata. Kokata. Sorry, I keep saying it in different fucking ways.
Kokahama.
Okay, yeah.
That's just different dialects.
But I'll definitely throw down the first 70.
I'll hand you the keys with a tank of gas. Basic, rental damage has to be paid. Blah blah blah. Basic common stuff.
The usual contract.
Yeah.
Well, let us be off then. We have sights to see and fresh dinners to partake in.
So you guys got a pickup truck. What's your next move?
I kidnapped them for a meal at the Drum King.
Okay.
I kidnapped them for a meal. Did I hear that right?
Yep.
You said the King's Drum?
Yep, the King's Drum.
Alright. Yeah, so it's basically like what you'd think of as like a Popeyes almost.
Oh shit.
Fucking delicious.
Except almost everything makes your like throat really dry. Not just the biscuits.
It's better than most MREs.
Oh god.
But does it taste good? 50-50?
I rolled a 3, so it's below average.
Damn it. Huh.
God damn.
And this is why I kidnapped them for the meal. Torture tactic. Makes you appreciate it when you have better at home.
Yeah, I don't know, Jack. These whatever meat this is, it's alright. Yeah, it's kind of actually.
I could be eating Saltuna instead. I'm still eating it with just a lot of soda instead to keep it going.
How do you feel, Hale?
I've had worse.
Did
I've
it
also
give
had
you
a lot better.
dysentery? What? Did the food that is worse than this, did it give you dysentery?
Oh man. Gave me worse than dysentery. But yeah. Let's. Oh god.
Definitely one of those hospitalized moments, I assume.
Yeah. There was a shocking amount of blood, basically. Let's not delve too much farther than that, but
Fair enough.
yeah. But hey, we'll see how this goes. Give it an hour.
Just let
Boy, that was a wonderful piece of it, but I think I am full.
So, Monty, as you guys are eating, Monty's character will get a, I guess, a phone call
Ring, 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 ring.
from the informant telling him to meet at a nearby hotel to receive goods for the birthday party.
Oh, perfect. The captain has got his birthday invitation.
But yeah. Basically the drop for the weapons.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Just goddamn.
I love how much this turns into a shit show with us.
Yeah, I guess we can go pick up the gifts and all that, but where do we want to keep them, you know?
Well, I would imagine they have a few hotels that we could stay at. Especially when we stop a town over.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yes, they are very classic here. They're not heathens.
So you guys head towards the hotel?
I guess so. Yep. Can't make this deal.
Alright, so he's told Monty to meet on the second floor, room 34.
I have a quick question. Do either of you guys know how to drive land vehicles, or is it just me?
It's you.
I do not.
God damn.
I mean, Kay doesn't appear to want to get anywhere near the fucking driving wheel. You want to say anything about that, but you do you.
I think I'm the only one with a land license. I'm more than happy to try on over. So why didn't any of you ever learn to drive vehicles like this?
Because I can't fly a car.
It's an easy way to get spotted out if you're anywhere else.
And then you just have to rely on being a good pilot to not get shot down.
There's always EMP fields and nebulas.
I mean, if you're a basic pilot, yeah, that might stop you.
You would be surprised where the scouts send you.
Yeah, my specialty was falling out of the sky, so not much driving.
Fair enough.
We had people for that.
If we ever get the chance, I'll have to teach you how to drive most submarines.
I can't fly a submarine.
Ah, but you're flying through water.
Yep, he got you there.
No.
I mean, isn't air technically sort of like a fluid?
It is. It reverberates at the same pace. It's
Yeah.
also why you can dampen fields by using a reverse frequency.
Yeah, there you go. So technically, you're swimming through air when you're flying.
And we still call that flying.
I'm gonna call
And
it
we don't refer to piloting submarines as flying, so it's not flying.
Such a literal girl.
So you guys make who goes to the hotel room?
Probably all three of us, like a fucking gaggle of goons.
Alright, how do you approach this? Give me a play-by-play.
Well,
All right, Jack, you want to go up there first? Me.
I drop
Hail
my
will
pants
go
into
down.
baggy mode. I pull out a sock with a tip cut off and use it like a do-rag. And kind of hang my
I'm just picturing an old man in the fucking uniform, all bright red, yet just doing that.
It's a beautiful sight.
Bright red sock on his head.
Have to represent the colors.
God. God damn.
Oh my god.
Alright, who goes and knocks on the door?
Fucking Penny Jack.
Yeah. I'll approach and go. Yeah, for the birthday gifts.
So you know the password "Sweet Birthday Baby."
Oh. Oh, but sweet birthday, baby.
So you knock on the door, and the guy, like has like he opens the door, but it's like that lock is attached, so it doesn't open all the way. He's like, "You here for Kyle's 18th birthday party?"
Yes, it's a sweet birthday, baby.
Groovy. He closes the door.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't know. Josh is giving me a very gold members Austin Powers vibe.
Dr. Evil.
So he opens the door, and what you see is basically it's kind of a younger male, probably in his 20s. He has like fucking equivalent to like South Park playing in the background. He just has like fucking pizza pockets, fucking pizza boxes and stashed in the corner of the room. He hasn't thrown out. Looks
Go
like
fucking tell.
in several sittings. Basically looks like a giant nerd, almost. And on the bed you just see a couple of like long cases and short cases as well. And he says, he looks at you and says, "Don't sit on the other bed. They said something about bed bugs."
Disgusting.
Alright, he says, "Well, it looks like the transaction already went through. If you want to see the goods, close the door. Don't really feel like getting life or giving you these weapons." Does everyone come in or just Penny Jack?
So everyone stare at the car that they can't drive.
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, can't stay there alone. Let's go.
You know, the whole "Sweet the Birthday Baby" thing again. He lets you in. It's alright, looks like the transaction went through. Pickens. It's getting slimmer by the day with these crackdowns from Parliament. But, kind of say they're trying to keep the people safe. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Usually means choking them out, preventing more insurgencies, but your politics, not mine.
We all know the kind of politics you're used to.
Thoroughly.
Kind of shakes his head as he's like opening up the cases.
And forgive him. He's patriotic.
They all are. And he starts to turn up his like South Park show to like an annoying high level.
Batman.
Mom!
Mom.
Fuck me, Mom!
Hey, back in the toilet, Mom. Who's that there? Toilet. Toilet.
God damn it.
Let's see that. So he opens up the first long case, and you see a bolt-action rifle, which may be a strange-looking device to some of the futuristic people.
Ah. Very nice.
He says this is a newer model, probably came out about 2 years ago. To come across 3 mags, or like 3 loading clips, basically, and it follows the regular tech level 5 rifle stats.
Nice.
So there's one basically rifle, can hold 5 rounds at a time, so it basically comes with 13 rounds, or no, sorry, 15 rounds.
Excellent.
He opens the second case, which is a shotgun. This one, it goes by magazine, so I'm just gonna go off 2 magazines. So officially, and this is in the book, it's the tech level 4 one, and it has 6. It can fit 6 at a time, so it has 2 magazines, so it has 12 shells altogether. And he opens a smaller case. This one has 2 revolvers. And they both have 2 quote-unquote magazines each, and this one's just the standard tech level 5 revolver. And then for the last one, he opens it up, and it's not actually
An FGMP? Wow, you shouldn't have.
yeah.
A fat man nuke pocket.
Let's see. It's actually a rapier. It says, I know, much, but that's all I could scramble up.
Well, it should work either way. Definitely scooping up that bolt action rifle as requested. I assume you two would like to allocate the rest unless
We can load up on the truck somewhere secure and take it to a site we can stash it at, right?
agreed. Need some
Sorry, so I'm gonna trade that rapier out with actually just a auto pistol, which is a tech level 6. It says, don't ask me how I acquire this through my normal means, but there's a special request from your boss. You get the feeling that he doesn't know you're working for Spacer's Choice. It's just the auto pistol with 1 mag.
All right. that great.
Mm-hmm.
He says, so, deal, don't let any, you know, officers see you with these. If they do, don't snitch on me, because I don't feel like being arrested for gun smuggling. I'm trying to go work my way through college, pay the tuition, the whole deal. Alright, so if you could please take this so I can watch TV, jack off, fall asleep, and study for my next exam, that'd be awesome.
You do
Well,
your Planet Prime. By the way, after this,
fine.
we don't exist and you don't exist.
He does like the little snappy fingers at you.
I'll go and start taking my leave.
Grab goods, get out.
Yep.
Now, how the fuck are we gonna stash this in a pickup truck?
Easily. We put it in the back under blankets and strap it down.
Okay, fuck it.
And then we go and buy fishing tackle.
Oh, that would probably estimate like 40 credits.
Perfect. Couple tackle boxes, a little fishing lures, couple extra rods. Throw that on
Oh,
top of that.
that'd be way more than 40 credits.
I
They
would-
just meant like blankets and.
Oh, the blankets? Yeah, 40 credits for the blankets and then fishing tackle and stuff like that.
It'd probably be like. Let's go with 60 credits.
Alright, so 100 credits total. Yeah, I'll happily do that. Stack that all on top and strap it down. Hide it away. In public view.
Alright, so you got a gray pickup truck with
Guns,
Bunch
blankets,
of-
and fishing gear.
yeah, guns, blankets, a bunch of fishing gear on top.
Like a bunch of rednecks on a camping trip.
Alright, it's probably now the afternoon after this all settles down. What's your guys' next move?
Right. I would imagine we need to prepare and go and meet up in certain locations and start checking out the area that we have to be delving into.
I'd also want to look into renting. Do you think they can give submersibles here on the lake?
Might definitely be something to look into, especially with a larger lake like this. They might give underwater to us. Though,
If we can acquire a submarine, that'd be great. Worst case, we can get a boat and some diving gear.
I would definitely see them as unlikely due to the classical lifestyle here. A boat would be more likely.
Yep. I'm sure they have diving gear of some sort, or worst case, just a breather. Wow. Do we trust the water here? The atmosphere is kind of fucked.
Well, I mean, we could always go and check out and see if they have any recommendations for fishing.
Yeah, sure. Best bet is we might need to check the deep waters. If we don't find anything good. If we want to fish for any more larger, fancier, even possibly more expensive fish we can sell on the market, we want to go in the deep waters probably. So I imagine anything near the banks will be picked clean, you know?
Agreed.
And I'm also curious about how the lake might be divided, with the insurrectionists or whatever for the.
Yes.
There might be some waters that are no-go.
I would imagine that they probably have net blocks in some areas. Yeah, sections that citizens are usually not permitted.
Yeah. What are the odds the best fish will be out in restricted waters?
Highly likely, considering the fact that if it's blocked off from civilians, they would have a great breeding ground there.
True. Enough, anyway. What do you think, Hale? I'm sorry, did I wake you up? Were you taking a nap there?
I'm always napping.
It's a good plan for a soldier.
Yeah, it's a weird skill.
True enough.
You pick it up.
They pick plenty of weird skills in military service. Some more unsavory than others. But no, what do you think, Hale, about Big Fish Lake?
Big fish in the lake.
Yeah. We're supposed to be looking for a really big fish.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Good payout
Yeah.
probably. Or even just might be tasty.
Yeah, it's probably going to be deep. And probably restricted.
Of course.
Alright. So where do you guys... Do you guys go acquire information, head to the next town near the lake, or what do you guys do?
We should probably head towards the lake, yeah? Or
Agreed.
no?
Definitely towards the lake. Definitely the lake. Because that way when we start inquiring about boats, we're not looking like a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Hey, do you sell boats? Boats?
Sir, you're like 40 miles away from the lake. Boats?
Boats?
I need a boat, damn it!
What land vehicle can carry a boat on it? 2 trucks? 3 trucks?
Can I defend myself with a fishing rod?
How legal is a boat-mounted cannon?
What if I get a harpoon gun for the front of my ship?
For a really big fish, a human-sized fish,
Yeah.
if you will. A fish that can walk on 2 legs and is 6 feet tall.
Yeah, a fish that kind of looks like this. It's up like wanted post. I don't know what your problem is. I'm just looking to do some fishing.
I imagine we're both going with the do you sell poison bit.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey, do you do poison? What?
But no, so going up northeast-ish. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do Kokta.
Yeah. I think it's Cocta, but what do I know?
Cocked a gun. It's Cocote, the Spanish eggnog.
For some retarded reason, I just heard Spanish eggnog. But I think it's because I want eggnog.
That's what he said.
It's
Oh
literally-
my god, really?
Yeah, Cocote.
Huh.
Fucking tasty.
Yeah, it's similar to eggnog. It's got a bound to taste.
Then we shall pick up next time.
Hey.
Journey to town.
We got a lot done, despite there being 3 of us.
Patty Jack walking around gangster with his red sock.
I find
God.
that smaller groups get a lot more done than larger groups.
It's not even like a sealed sock either, so it like whips around that really stupid fucking head wobble at the top.
Yeah. like a fucking dumbass rooster. You know, it's fun too because we even did a lot of sidetrack show with our little RP sessions that were fun, of course, but
Very descriptive.
we were derailing ourselves and we still stayed relatively on topic.
Minor derailing with Penny Jack's little talk. Like I just
Yeah,
picture
it
us
builds
all
character.
like standing there or sitting there in a chair with like a needle in our arms, like waiting for the medicine to finish going in.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it's like fucking ladies at the hairdresser kind of a situation in a movie.
but what the fuck else are we gonna do, you know? Fucking Hosey has his laptop and he's in his fucking bunker or whatever. Ain't sharing it with us, that's for sure. I can't fly any goddamn thing.
It's a good thing one of us knows how to drive a Landview.
I mean, yeah. Can you
so
sail shit too?
another thing, I overlooked this, but the atmosphere is also thin, and according to this, says thin atmosphere makes conventional air power a problem.
Ah,
So
so
that
you,
also, so that would also fit into the graph. You know, another reason.
Yeah, the grav wouldn't necessarily be fucked, but anything trying to take the grav out would be. Yeah?
Yep.
so
I think it's
effectively
fine.
anything involving jets, helicopters, and any of the sort is just completely fucked here.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This planet fucking blows.
That's why everything is transported by ground and waterways.
I can't fucking imagine how difficult it was for this planet to start with satellites.
I mean, if you have enough fuel and thrusters, you can make it work. It's just fucking costly as shit.
Yeah, is my
It was
point.
probably like
Actually,
brought over.
I was gonna
more
say,
than-
what if you just fucking transport the satellite from? Yeah,
You would have to.
cool actually. No, but Kay probably hates this planet more than the fucking Pearl at this point. This planet's fucking lame.
Penny Jack is sitting here like, this is relaxing. Running around,
Yeah.
tasting food that is like third rate.
Every fucking day we're on this planet, Kay gets more and more angry. It's not liable to go post.
This food makes me dry. Why is my mouth so dry?
Why can't I see the sky?
Ah! We're stopping down at the Splash for some corn dogs. Would you like mustard or ketchup on yours?
I can't fly a corn dog.
Here comes the aeroplane. Fucking yelling at me, I just shoved the corn dog in her mouth and walk away.
So stupid. Like 2 weeks in, Kay's like in the fucking her room or whatever, has all the fucking sticks from corn dogs, trying to make a fucking model plane or some shit.
Has the diagram of an anti-gravity engine completely built out of corn dog sticks.
Oh god. This is a 1-to-1 scale model of the ship I flew in when I was a fighter pilot. It's not the same. God.
Penny Jack walks back in with a fucking slushie. Oh god.
This is so stupid.
I love it so much. It's so fucking good.
God damn.